Hey, 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 hey. It's past the witching hour, and I just figured I would jump on to do a quick live stream. Took down the screen, took down the background, don't mind the frizzy hair. Just felt like I wanted to do a reading. Um, a lot of different energies going on right now, keeping us awake. There's shifts going on. There's a spiritual war that's actually happening. And that spiritual war is one that we don't see. It's one of consciousness. So, how does that tie into readings, you may be asking? Well, for those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Laura. And then for how it reflects to your reading is that there is a spiritual war that we all have deep inside of us, individually and personally. And there's also one that's happening collectively, one that's happening right before our very eyes. And so when so many people are walking around with wounds, and what better way are our wounds exposed? Through our relationships. So soul relationships are karmic themes that play out. Karmic situations that play out are supposed to teach us in order for us to not just heal, but evolve into higher states of consciousness. So I'm looking crazy. like, and so, whatchamacallit? So that is how it reflects to you, how it's like affecting you. It's affecting you because you, again, have your own, again, war happening inside of you due to whatever you're seeing in your life that's not really working out. So that doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. Maybe for some of you, it's within work. Some of you might be struggling financially, and that's an individual war. Anything that makes us feel not good enough, that there's something wrong with us. See, the Psychic Soul Healer channel is all about exposing our shadows, our spiritual blocks, in order for us to integrate them so that we can see a better outcome, so we can see ourselves differently. Because really, that's what healing is all about. It's about shifting consciousness. So when we're looking at our relationship through our, again, spiritually, a lot of times we are, we're looking at character traits. We're looking at psychological and emotional imbalances. Really, if we're balanced, we know when a relationship is working. It's that where everyone's at ease and at peace. Imbalanced relationships make us paranoid. So shadow parts of ourselves are parts of ourselves that we've disconnected from. We've disconnected from them because of experiences that have played out within our lives and have made us not feel good about ourselves, and we haven't found a solution to. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, you'll find everything that you need to know about the channel in the description box below. You'll also see links to my website, links to Patreon, links to my store. Check it all out. And if you're looking to heal your own shadow, you might want to look into signing up for one of the subscriptions where I offer coaching. So I will look at situations that play out, but I always like to look at the spiritual energy first. All right. Self-observation, first card out. I like that. You know why I like it? Because when we're looking at the healing first, if a person never looks at themselves, then they never see what they do. Determination was the second card out. This card was flipped over, and I'm just going to take it because it's calling to me, and it's past life. And then spirit descending. Maybe I'll take one more. Just out of my deck. Tactlessness. All right. So, as I said, I like self-observation, and I definitely like it when I see spirit descending because, again, the spirit part of self is a God part of self. It's part of self that's supernatural, and it's able to, ground our creative energy. It allows us to become someone new. It allows us to transform. It allows us to almost like looks like a phoenix rise from the ashes, right? That's what it looks like. So when we are, again, doing a lot of self-reflection work, we're seeing things that we don't like about ourselves. And when there's outside influences, which I believe that, again, that's why it was called to take this card past life, the past life connection is really what made your person, again. Now, obviously, I didn't say who this message is going to be for, so I'm going to call it now and just say it's for Leo. And if I did say it, I'm sure that I did say that it was for Leo. I meant to say that it was for Leo. But again, if you wind up landing on this and hearing it, it's not a mistake. The message was meant for you because that's how spiritual energy works. So anyway, again, you're connected to someone and I also believe when you're connected to a past life relationship, like a past life partner, person, that person is really awakening something inside. That they come into your life for a reason. They come into your life to teach you about yourself. And this is also past life relationships are all about unconditional love. There's a lot of unconditional love here between you and this person. Now, does that mean that the relationship's easy? No. Does it mean that you get along? No. Does it even mean that your person's in your life? No. What it means is that a past life relationship transcends all time and space. So the person feels like home. There's an unconditional love with no real understanding of why there is unconditional love. There's a deep knowingness. There's a connection through claircognizance, which is clear knowing, which means that there's ESP and telepathic connection. Why? Because again, the relationship transcends all time and space, which means that you don't need to be in the vicinity of each other to feel connected. That's how I know that there's unconditional love. And a lot of times we wouldn't change unless someone like this came into our life. So understand the past life connection that you have with your person, Leo, is created self-observation. And I'm not saying just within them. I also think within inside you, because it doesn't just work on one way. Spirit doesn't bring a divine union together that only one person learns. No, it usually both people need to learn. They need to learn how to heal certain elements within themselves that they can't do until the other person brings that to light, usually through a trigger, and usually because the person's very different how they approach life. So it's really the purpose is for the spirit to descend, and really so that those wounds can be transmuted. And it's like the phoenix rises from the ashes, is also to make whatever's not working in both of your lives fall away, especially with the person that is going through like a tower moment, or again, that phoenix moment. It means that they are rising, but understand they're rising from ashes. They're rising from like rubble, because there's things within their life that weren't working. And that's why where the self-observation came. But like I said, they wouldn't have been determined to do it at all if it wasn't for this connection. They wouldn't have never looked at their ways, tactless, just only caring about themselves, gaslighting, wanting control. That's that type of behavior. And so understand, I just want to say this, that if this was just a past life connection and your person didn't do any healing, this would be a trauma bond, this would be a karmic mate, this would be a past life karmic mate. But because your person is actually doing work, right? They're determined to do it. And they're transmuting those ashes. They're not transmuting those ashes, they're transmuting their wounds, and they're rising from the ashes. And so they're like, the negative energy that they have is what they're transmuting it to. So when we are, the spirit descends, we're actually able to, like I said, ground that creative energy. Creative energy is just through how we live our life, how we choose to express ourselves. And a lot of times a relationship helps us do that. Sometimes we don't even know. And that's really what I'm feeling. I'm almost feeling as if you're connected to someone, Leo, that might have been in a relationship for a long time where they were stagnated. They weren't really able to express who they are. Maybe they outgrew the relationship, but they still felt really obligated to stay in that relationship. So they didn't grow. So once they get out of that relationship, they're not going to feel stable because they don't really know who they are. So there's a sense that they are gravitating towards you. Again, they like who you are. Remember, your soulmate, your twin flame is someone that really, you're crazy about them. You like everything about them. When you first meet them, you think that they're the perfect person. They're your other half. And if your person didn't really have a life, they're viewing you as if that you have this wonderful, vivacious life. So I feel like many of you guys do. Some of you guys are influencers. Some of you guys are actresses. Some of you guys are in the public eye. And so you get a lot of attention. They see that you're happy within your life. They see you have a lot of friends. They like the way that you live. So that's number one. That's a catalyst altogether. They like how you hold yourself. They like the fact that you're a go-getter, that they see you as a whole package. So they want to come in as the whole package. And in order to do that, they would have to transmute that energy, and they are. So that's how we know that they are, again, not just a karmic mate coming in to teach you a bunch of lessons that you're lucky if you learn them and you're happy. Otherwise, a lot of times we learn them after the fact, after we're hurt. Is what I'm trying to get at. All right. So let's see. I mean, we obviously know that this person that you're connected to, Leo, did not treat you very well. So again, that strong connection. And when someone feels like home and they, and you like feel like you'd be so perfect together, but then they hurt you, is mind blowing. Is very mind blowing. And triggering. Anxiety. Yeah, don't let worry steal your joy. This too shall pass. The universe has your back. I feel like your person has a lot of anxiety around this relationship because they don't feel good about themselves. And I feel like you have a lot of anxiety around this relationship because of how they've treated you in the past. So there's a sense of, I still feel our connection, but I don't trust them now. Excessive, overstating the situation, too much going on at once. Be grounded in reality, excessive. So I'm kind of feeling like when your person was getting to know you, I believe that they were in an excessive energy where they might have had very addictive energy. So they indulged in surface relationships or sexual relationships that never really gave to anyone, drank a lot. Again, they're an all or nothing type of person. They were imbalanced to begin with. When a person's tactlessness, we know that they're doing things that are not of the highest morale, and in order for the spirit really to be able to sustain that type of activity, there usually is addiction with it, which is that excessive. And I also believe that made you for a long time, Leo, be there and want like, and if you weren't there physically, which I don't feel like you were, but I feel emotionally you were. So the excessive amount of energy that you put towards this would leave you depleted, leave you actually emotionally depleted because they didn't give anything, and angry. Perfectionist and trying to become perfect, because again, when we have a soulmate twin flame relationship and there's all this passion and this, again, the person feels like home and things are good in the beginning, and then they turn around and they act like they don't care, like they have one foot in, one foot out, gaslighting, surface relationships, this energy, then instead of you for a while, like you tried to become perfect within when you were in the relationship, tried to do more in the beginning and didn't get you anywhere. And then I feel like you put the energy onto yourself. Because you realized I'm not getting anything. Like it started to scare you because the more that you gave, the more excessive they got within their behavior, that they weren't giving you anything. And so, which is the way that a narcissist usually does. They come on real strong and they give everything because you feel all this intense emotion, and then they just kind of take it away, and you're still like kind of like jacked up on that, wanting it, wanting that emotional connection still, and that person is like, you know, they don't really know what the hell they want because how they're running around here in the past. And so you would become like try to be perfect, to try to fix the relationship, to always try to get the relationship back to where it was. And then, but I feel like you wisened up. And I don't feel like you did it for very long either. I feel like you caught yourself doing it and you were like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Which I'm glad about because that's a karmic test. And that's also a karmic theme for you, that maybe when you grew up, you didn't get the emotional support that you needed. And so you tried to do more, to be like that perfect kid, in order to get that emotional support that you desired or that you felt that you needed and you weren't getting from a parent. That's how this is replaying the karmic theme in your life, where spirit says you already are perfect. And there really is no such thing as perfect. God says, I make you perfect. However, we don't shoot for perfection, we shoot for excellence, because there is no perfect. What's perfect for one is not going to be perfect for another. And every situation that you see is perfect, even if you say, well, that situation unfolded horribly, or that didn't turn out right. Spirit always says it was perfect because it helped you evolve. It's helping you grow spiritually. So everything is in divine order, even when we don't think that it is. When we are in a relationship with someone that's not giving us the emotional support, and they're so iffy because they don't know what they want, because they're so wounded up, because they haven't done the healing, then it doesn't matter about the spiritual connection. It matters about how a person is actually treating you in the physical world. And sometimes we get caught up, just the same way as we can get caught up in saying, well, that's my mother, that's my brother, that's my So I have to be nice, even though they're abusive. The law is love, but love yourself first so you can set appropriate boundaries. You can love from afar. Loving someone doesn't mean inviting them into your home to disrupt your life. It means you hold space for them. You don't have judgment against them. And really, the only way you wouldn't be able to hold judgment against a person is if you just let them come to their own awakening, their own demise, and then their own awakening, because that's normally what happens, and not put your energy into this, because what you'll find is you'll keep trying to be perfect, and you're not going to get a different result, and it's just going to make you feel worse, like my I did my best and it still wasn't good enough. Where your best is good enough. It may not be good enough for that person because this person isn't dealing with, I don't want to say a full deck, because they're not crazy, but they're not coming from a balanced place. You're not playing on a balanced playing field. They need to elevate themselves. They needed to date a lot of people. They needed to like not be truthful. They they needed to go through a dark night of the soul. They needed to rise from the ashes. They needed to crash and burn. They needed that. And maybe there was a part or an element within inside you that also needed that. And that's this, trying to become perfect when you're already perfect. We we don't we're not perfect by doing things for other people or by looking perfect. It's an inside job. It's becoming. It's through your identity. So, like I said, I think that this situation is definitely a soul relationship, but right now it really has taught a lot. It's really taught a lot. And what I like is the fact that it's a real divine relationship where you're doing, both people are being taught, both people are awakening to situations inside themselves that they need healing. And so now let's get to the good stuff. And the good stuff is, what are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? I want to know. What are they going to do? How do they feel? What do they think about me? That's what we always want to know. We want to know, what do they think about me? What are the hidden truths? Cards are all over the place. All right, let me take from this. Let's look at the hidden truths. Just because I want to know what the hidden truths are. What are they thinking now that all this is going on? Oh, that was some crazy. That's a real toss out. All right, let's see. All right, that kind of fell out. We both know I am not the one for you. I think your person feels this but I don't really feel like, and I knew it. I love you. I was like, I knew it. It was like, I feel that they don't feel like they're good enough for you. I also feel that, they know they have to rise up. They know that they have to drop their old ways. And there's a part of them that says, I've done so much already that I have to come clean. I have to come to you. I have to apologize to you. I have to talk to you. I have to fix things. And though I'm healing myself, I have to surrender my ego. I have to, uh, be somebody different. I have to show that I'm somebody different. So I think it's scaring them. That's what I felt. It was like where they're almost trying to talk themselves out of it. And there's a part of them that's looking for it. But unconditional love, when a soulmate twin flame relationship, you can't control that. The person that you're connected to thinks that they can control love. They can't. It's a divine union. And it's a divine union because Source says, you've done enough work on yourself. You've done enough work on yourself. You're a perfect match. I need you to learn certain things within yourself. And you both agreed to this in a past life. Again, so the bond is extremely strong. You can't control it, though your person wants to control it. It scares them. They love you. And I knew it. I was like, knew that with the first card. It was like, yeah, right. That's like a bluff card. So if your person is acting like they do not care right now, know that they do. But they're in the midst of their, transformation, awakening and transformation. And it's a bit overwhelming and scary for this person. You are the love of my life. So if you were wondering, that validates that the person really does have feelings for you, though it looks like a shit show. It's not even really worth it for me to go back and ask what they did, because then the reading gets super long and it's not really important what they did. But as far as right now, where they're at, they're going through that transformation. So they're not around you, but there was a lot of self-observation. They're recognizing that this relationship is something a lot deeper than number one that they've ever experienced. So it scares the shit out of them, but also deeper on a cosmic level, deeper on a universal level, that they just don't know what, because I don't believe that they're spiritual in that matter, but they just see you everywhere and feel you everywhere. You inspire me in so many ways. Again, you're their muse, which I knew that because, hello, twin flame, soulmate is always a person's muse. So that's again, they love you, you inspire them. Let's look at spiritually. Any more spiritual messages? I wanted to send you a message today, but I was afraid to. I don't know if you want to hear from me or if I can say the right thing to you. So again, there's insecurity there because of the way that they've treated you, but they'll get the courage up. Love always wins. Love always wins, though there's insecurity there. That's why, and we knew that. We knew that from this card, where it was like, we both know that I'm not the one for you. But that's because I'm insecure. I don't see myself the way that I see you. You inspire me. Though I know that this connection is something, I keep feeling it, and I see you everywhere. Deja vu. It's undeniable that there's something. And that's what they know. One of us is sad or angry and is creating an energetic match in frequency with the other. Stay conscious of this. I believe your person is, again, when we go through a dark night of the soul and we're going through a transformational time, it's your person that is sad and they can't help it. I believe that they're, again, that they're shedding different layers of themselves. Yes, they may have outgrown certain people and situations and experiences, but nevertheless, it's still hard to let it go. So your person is not around you, but they wanted to send you a message today. But because of what they're going through and because they're sad, I think that that's distorting their perception of how strong this connection is. They know that the connection is strong, but whatever they're going through with, their own personal awakening, their own personal transformation, they're vulnerable. They're sensitive. I don't believe that they're ever experienced anything like this before. So it's traumatic. It's traumatic. Now I'm just gonna pull like 3 cards, 3 or 4. Now I said 3 and then I heard Spirit say 4. Okay, so I will pull 4 cards and I want to see what is their plan. Because it's like right now you're in separation. They know that you're their person. They were an ass in the past. We didn't go into why they were an ass. It's not really important. But oh yeah, we did. It was the fact that they were like player energy, never really gave anything. So it's again 8 of Pentacles popped out. Eight of Swords came out sideways. Knight of Pentacles. Yes. Shuffle. 2 of Wands. Well, I said 4. 2 of Wands. Okay, so believe your person is hard at work, and I also believe that you're staying busy working. This is how you cut your energy, keeping your focus on yourself, because you know that your person is like they're not really stuck, but their swords is of the mind. So it's a sense that their own thoughts are keeping themselves trapped, but they're starting to come out of that because it came out sideways. And so their future plans is they're going to offer you something. Again, Knight of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles is offering something. It's not a lot, but I like this this Knight, because he's actually the only one that offers something of substance. He's slow as molasses, but he's actually offering something. So I like that because it's responsible and has very good intentions. And then mid phase is, I feel like they feel as if they've done a lot of work on themselves, but they don't feel like that they're 100% there, which is what I said. I said I didn't feel like they were coming soon, and I felt like you weren't in connection with them, and that you might not even feel them. So even though I'm telling you that they have a deep connection and a deep love, you could be like, I don't know, I don't feel them, I haven't talked to them, they're not around. Well, that's because they're going through their transformation. There are a lot of changes in their life. So you are a part of that catalyst of making them change. However, there was a lot of things in their life that didn't work. And whenever there's a, phoenix, it means that everything crashed and burned, and now they are in the process of rising. So they are halfway. And when they reach to their destination of feeling, awakened fully and strong enough within themselves, I feel like that's when they're going to come with you with an offer because they actually have something and they've healed, they've done the work. So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know if you resonated with this message, and if you did, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to win a free psychic reading with me, all you need to do is like, subscribe, and write the word. What word should I use today? Master Healer. If you write the word Master Healer in your comment bar, that automatically gets you enter into winning a free psychic reading with me. And right now is a good time to do it because my channel is new. I'm not on all the time. I'm very sporadic because I have a lot going on. I have a TV show that's on every Tuesday night that you can check out. It's also the reruns play on my other YouTube channel. I have a Virgo channel. I have a business where I see people, where I do private readings. So my hands are in a lot of different pots right now. So I am, again, getting into my flow and into my jam. So it's a perfect time to get a reading because a lot of people don't know about the channel. And, there's a lot of other channels that people watch. So you'll be able to get a reading for free, most likely, if write the word, because there's not a lot of people that know about the channel yet. So you can take full advantage. All right. Especially if you need healing. You need healing. You definitely want to join this channel because I teach you how to integrate your spiritual wounds into spiritual gifts. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.